We witnessed, ladies and gentlemen, the demonstration of new skills, new competences, new technologies, which will serve our security in the future. At the meeting with the generals, ministers, managers responsible for, I hope, the greater successes of the Polish arms industry in the future, I spoke about the need for this unique assembly, which is a combination of financial opportunities. We have provided these opportunities, both through nearly 5% expenses for defense, thanks to the SAFE program, as well as thanks to the opportunities of Polish companies themselves, our skills, technical and scientific competences. This demonstration of our skills is not accidental. It takes place in the Military Technical Institute of the Armed Forces. It is a combination of gigantic financial opportunities if, of course, everything goes well to the very end with the SAFE program, technical and scientific opportunities, the opportunities of the Polish economy, Polish companies, and, of course, the ability of our army to use this potential. This quadrilateral will provide us with security. This is what the international situation requires. I do not have to convince anyone how uncertain the geopolitical situation has become, both in the region and in the world. So the more these preparations, it is no longer a show, it is not an abstraction, it is preparation for a situation in which perhaps our country will have to take advantage of all these opportunities. That is why I addressed such a cordial appeal, and I will repeat this appeal to everyone in Poland who has anything to say, who has something to decide, so as not to waste an hour or a day, because the need is here and now, immediately, for this great potential that we have built together, financial, economic, scientific, and military potential. Potential that distinguishes Poland today on the scale of the entire continent, to make the most of it, because there is really no time to wait here. You have only seen, of course, some of these possibilities. This is related to our efforts to build a defense system, anti-drone defense, but also, of course, offensive capabilities. The scale of these projects is really unprecedented. Only in this anti-drone defense system, which we have already talked about with the Prime Minister, we will have 700 vehicles at our disposal. They are Landmine and Jelce, produced here in Poland. Today we presented with great satisfaction what we produce, what we design, what we finance right here in our country. This is also a big chance for the Polish economy. Already today, the interest in Polish borsuk, piorun's in the world. I will give two examples. The first from the shore, well, it almost exceeds our production possibilities, but we will, of course, improve it in the near future. I don't have to convince you that this is one of the basic goals of our operation, that our money, but also European money, will greatly dynamize the Polish economy, not only the arms industry, but also scientific research. We want to have this win-win strategy. I mean, not only will we use this money for national security, the security of the Polish state, but also for economic development. When we talk about the year of acceleration, we also talk about these gigantic funds that are to give us not only this justified sense of security, but also the acceleration of the entire Polish economy. Thank you very much, Mr. Prime Minister, because it required a very creative approach to all this modern thinking, about how to combine our ambitions, economic aspirations, with the needs of national security. And I can say that today, Poland is becoming a leader and the best example in Europe of how to carry out this very ambitious assembly on the scale of the 21st century. I would also like to use this opportunity to inform you that at this time, Poland is leaving the Ottawa Convention. Today you saw a short presentation of the possibilities of the Bluszcz system. We are in the process of finalizing this key project for our security, for the security of our territory and borders. We are in the process of finalizing this key project for our security, for the security of our territory and borders. Those who are still in Iran or, God forbid, are leaving this country, and I say this on behalf of the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Piotr Sikorski, who called me just before arriving at the training ground, please immediately leave Iran and do not go to this country. I don't want to scare anyone with any possible development of events, but we all know what I'm talking about. The possibility of a hot conflict is very real, and in a dozen or so hours, the possibility of evacuation will not be a problem. Please treat it very seriously. We have bad experiences from the past. Some people underestimate these appeals and information, so I want to emphasize once again, please immediately leave Iran or refuse to leave for this country, because no one will be able to guarantee the possibility of evacuation in the event of a hot conflict. Mr. Prime Minister.